Let's try again. Go out, come back in again for the first time. There we go. Spinning, spinning, spinning. And looks like the stream is up. And we are live for session 48 for the very first time. And I'll jump straight into the introduction, which is done for us by Alwyn. Nice one, Alwyn. Here it comes.
Last time on Tomb of Annihilation. After slaughtering the terrifying Bodax, the Silver Sashes use the undead's cadavers in unspeakable yet inventive ways to elevate their security clearance, and in the process gain a priceless artifact that doubles as a doomsday device. Soon after, they come across the telltale slimy secretions of the horrendous aboleth, unfathomable horrors of the far realm, displaced by Toril's gods in ancient times. Their habitat must be the murky water realm our heroes now find themselves in, a vault filled with slimy water, dotted with farm-sized cogs and gears. Frustrated by enigmatic rooms full of inextinguishable candles and statues that will not acknowledge their authority, the Silver Sashes make their way deeper into the tomb, only to run into an old acquaintance, Brian the Troll. Still sore about being thrown down a well, Brian does not take well to our hero's reappearance. But what should be a straightforward troll-aside turns into a confusion fest when Xander's raging wand abuse leaves everyone flailing blindly. Can our heroes navigate the gloomy hallways of the aboleth's domain unseen? What fresh terrors holds this sunken level of the tomb? And is it wise to trust a priceless doomsday device in the hands of a wand-wielding maniac? Come find out this time on Tomb of Annihilation.
Very good. So we're into the session for more wand abuse by Xander, no doubt. And at the end of last time, we just managed to kill off Brian the Troll, who's a bit cross about being thrown down here. But he's dead now. And in front of you, you can see a rather lush room. The whole thing looks like some sort of device on cogs and wheels and sprockets. I will read out the description of this room again for you. A pungent stench fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. A wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost takes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls between two exits. Jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, a 10-foot-wide shaft leads straight up, and this is what you threw Brian the Troll down earlier. Alright, take it away, folks. What would you like to do?
I think the first thing we need to do is have a conversation about that wand.
We need an intervention.
Well, we survived it so far.
So far.
The GM loves it, but the GM doesn't get a vote. And the GM's a troublemaker.
Well, I guess, is the moss just, this garden is just normal plants, or?
Ooh, I'm gonna search around here. There have got to be treasures, right?
Okay, as you enter in, it's mostly that the plants look sickly and rotting in here. They don't look like normal, plants. It's more like all gloopy, vegetation, yuck stuff. So it smells a lot, but not enough to make you feel ill or anything. You can't see. I mean, you have a little poke around in there, Mac. It's a bit disgusting doing so. Do you want to sort of search through all the vegetation, or?
How thick is it? Like, do we step on the floor, or is it like a cushion of dead plant?
Well, there'll be, say, an inch of dead plants sort of on the floor as the baseline of the floor, and then there are plants sort of half growing and half withering and dying and looking a bit sickly. And they'll come up to your waist in some places. There's like loads of weeds.
Can I roll a nature check to see what's going on here?
Alrighty. Especially you being a ranger. Yeah, I think because you're proficient and things. You know that there's magic which is keeping these plants alive. There does appear to be water in here from some source, and there's magic which is somehow keeping them alive despite sunlight, but it's not a natural life they're getting. It's like a sickly, half alive type state.
I scrape some of the goopy moss off my boot.
So it's basically undead grass and it's dying because of the soulmonger.
Good. Well, but I think it's not necessarily undead grass, but it's certainly sickly.
Tiny
I have a
lich
poke around as well. With my staff, I kind of like check on the ground, see if there's anything in there.
All right, make me a perception roll there, please.
I'll help him search the room.
A quick look around could be helpful.
You all have a pretty good poke around. It's pretty disgusting. It smells like compost in a lot of places. But you do not find anything unusual. You'll find like the footprints in the mud of Brian, but you don't find any treasure or anything, sadly.
All right, next cog then. Let's see what's there. I'm moving in to the next room.
Yep.
Am I the only one that can't see? Oh, now I can see Mac's icon.
All right, Mac, you move into the next room.
I poke the dangling dwarves with my Okala to see if they're alive or dead.
Dangling dwarves. So you can't actually see the dangling dwarves from in here because you're like inside the mechanism. But when you're outside on that jetty on the pier near where the boats are and the diving cage, you can see they're up on the ceiling, hanging off ropes and things, and they're like continually maintaining this device. So they're sort of outside.
So they're alive.
That's a bit of a double-edged question. They were moving.
Okay.
Gently swaying in the breeze, little bits of dead flesh falling off.
That's it. Yeah, you get the idea. Yes, that's it. All right. In this next cog, as Matt bravely goes in, is an acidic stench in here, and it sort of fills this pentagonal chamber, which has got two exits. The walls are covered with rivet sheets of iron, like the other one, and the pockmarked floor has a large puddle of grey slime in the middle of it. Friezes along each wall, just beneath the ceiling, depict 5 black dragons. And you can make me history checks if you wish. Well, you maybe knew this already. Xander certainly does, and Alwyn. The black dragons breathe acid, and there's an acidic sort of smell in here.
Oh shit, black dragons.
This seems like a bad idea.
Let's go forward with it.
I tap the iron on the walls.
Getting closer to the goo on the floor, it looks like a sort of a greyish slime. Are you treading in it or anything, Mac?
I'm not touching that shit.
Okay, and sorry, Alwyn, did you say you were doing something with the walls?
Yeah, I'm gonna examine these friezes on the walls.
Yeah, is there anything like unique between the five of them?
Okay, you're going to go into another prison dimension?
Not touching it.
You're very fond of them. Checking the friezes. They're very. I wonder what evaluate art skill is. I'm pretty sure no one's got it, so let's just do a perception, please, everyone. We'll have a tool about it. You'll need quite high. Yeah, Owen, you can see that it must have taken a good deal of skill to make these. But somewhere in the style of it, since you've got 25, you can see it's a similar style to that the blind painters made.
I recognize the hand of the master.
What does the pictures show? Like, is it like a scene or is it just like a painting of a dragon?
Oh, the paintings of black dragons in various poses. Some will be sort of like curled up in their lairs. Others will be, looking resplendent with their wings spread out and things like that. But there's not. They're not like artistic pictures in a way. They're just mostly the focus is on the dragon rather than any of the backdrop. You'll notice the style looks similar to the style that is done by these blind artist guys. Though these are engravings. I shared a picture of you of the blind artist because I missed the picture last time. You can see what these chaps look like.
I'll try to examine the grey goop in the middle of the room, and I'll poke an arrow in it.
All right, you prod it. The arrow sort of survives the experience. Okay, it looks like some sort of slimy stuff. It's really difficult to tell what it is. Yeah,
How
you're
fresh
just not
is it?
sure.
Perhaps you should rub a little around your gums.
Just pick it up with my pinky nail.
Okay, you tap your finger into it. It doesn't burn you or anything. It looks like it probably is pretty old. Certainly not a fresh thing, but it's still got like liquidity.
All right, let's see what's on the exit.
Yeah.
Okay, the next exit here. Peering down the shaft there, Matt can see a room, and in the room is what looks like a big control panel. So you can see a 4-foot high, 7-foot wide iron lectern in the middle of this rusty iron-plated room is topped by slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same colours. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles with a small crystal embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under the configuration label 3 glows bright green. 3 6-inch diameter rusty iron pipes jut from the wall above the engravings, and luckily I've got a picture of this to illustrate it for you.
Thank God, because I was getting lost.
Yeah, I think Elwin is the kind of elf who can't even get a clock on his VCR to get in tune, but then screws it up by pushing random buttons and has to call his younger niece to do it for him.
Buttons!
This looks like a picture from Mist.
Xanax, first of all, you need to taste what's coming out of the pipes.
I leave that for last.
Okay, so
So there is no way for all of us to get through these rooms unless there's a control panel on the other side.
Thinking it rotates the cogs.
Yeah, so the cog rotation number 3 there, it's equal to how the map look like now. A small exit on the left, small exit on the bottom right.
Is there
Right.
something I can roll, like Arcana, to see if the magic works, or like sleight of hand to figure out sort of like the mechanics of this thing?
not really. There's nothing that's visible that will sort of help you say what each of the buttons do.
Alwyn, are you in the room?
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I probably didn't move my token.
I pressed the red button.
Alwyn, do you want to put yourself wherever you are when that red button's very shiny and inviting.
These things on the cogs, they're gonna rotate, right?
Yep.
Just as Xanax's fingers poised over the red button.
No, other way.
So just as Xanax's fingers poised over the red button.
Still
Sorry.
other way.
Just as Xander's fingers poised over the red button. Oh, no. Oh, how embarrassing. Okay. Is anybody inhabited by Papa Zottel? You know, the spirit guy.
I don't remember what inhabits me.
I have Kazuban.
There's Papa, Zottel, Unk, or Wongo. Each have something to say. So if anybody has inhabited by those, do you need the cards again or anything? Or?
Nang
Ankh
Nang,
for
say
sure we
something.
don't have.
I'm the one that has the one that gives 19 constitution, but I think I don't remember where I wrote like what inhabits me.
Nang Nang is being useless today.
I'm pretty sure Alwyn has it written down in one of the episodes.
It's in the episodes, but that's like pages and pages of stuff right now. I have the one that gives me dexterity.
We
This
don't have
one,
Ankh because she was like she tried to take me over and she lost to the bear.
I have the one that gives me a slimy skin.
oh,
And I'm
everyone
pretty
has like
sure it's
stats
not.
for 23, but I got the one for 19.
Yeah, I have Kazuban. I used to have a Bolaka and then it moved to Kazuban.
So Mac has Nugnugs.
Yep. The grung.
There you go. I've shared all the cards with you there, so you should hopefully you could probably work out from those which ones yours is.
Put the one you have on the bar so you remember.
Cool.
Got mine as an ability. Yeah.
I
But,
mean,
feat.
looks like Ankh is just a direct upgrade to what Xanax is.
I don't see it mine.
I think I have Ejin.
So there should be 9 cards I've sent you.
Anyone see which one gives 19 dexterity? Constitution?
Yeah, it's Unk. Oh, he gives 23 Constitution, actually, Unk.
Yeah, I didn't. Maybe I was wrong when I'm supposed to have 23 constitution, not 19.
Yeah, I don't think anything gives you 19 constitution.
Wasn't Ankh the one from the multicolored sarcophagus?
Unk lost out on you. Unk was the snail flail, and she couldn't overcome the one that already inhabited you.
Yeah, I had Ankh, Kazuban, and the teddy bear.
Gee, it's getting crowded in there.
Oh, you can only ever have one. Only one at a time.
Yeah, but I had all three fight over me. I don't know which one Xanax has. You can check by the magical item that you have.
Yes.
I don't know what I have. It's been so long ago.
Yeah, it is a while, isn't it?
You have an amulet of health. Check which one came on an amulet of health.
I don't see the amulet of health in my inventory. Oh yeah, I do. I do. Also, that's what's giving me 19 constitution. Not the god itself.
Right. Does it say on the amulet of health what? Might have a
No, it's
description.
a pretty generic.
It's Papazotl.
You sure?
I googled Tomb of Annihilation Amulet of Health.
Thank you. Okay.
It says you get it in Papazotl's tomb.
Oh, in Heaven and Earth, you can't be surprised. Advantage on all wisdom checks. Never take damage from falling.
Okay. So Papa Zottel, if you pop him onto your bar,
How do I do that?
just drag it down onto the hotbar.
Oh yeah, got it. Thanks.
So does everyone else know who they are?
Yes,
I do.
Okay. So Papa Zottel, he you get the spirit voice of the Eblis in your. He's shrewd and conniving, and he comes in your mind, and he says that the blue controls must be helpful, I think, and the red ones probably bad. And
All right.
and we don't have anybody who's Unk or Wongo, then, do we?
I kind of reach out and I slap Xander's hand away with my staff of striking. No, bad bard.
I slapped Xanax back.
You can't reach me. The bird in my head says the red buttons are bad and the blue ones are good.
But there is this kind of gentle squishiness that just demands to be touched by. Only red buttons have this.
That's
It
the
gets-
devil talking.
Yeah, it gets exacerbated by a little plaque beneath that says, "Don't push the red button."
I've never been able to resist to press the shiny red button sign in my entire life. It's just like,
I just shrug and press the blue button.
oh,
Are
okay.
the big those are dials, right? You can turn them right and left.
Yes, it looks that way. Yeah. On the picture, you can see there's actually like a groove and indentation where you can see where they move.
Maybe it's a fighting game.
Oh yeah, player 1 and player 2, you get the red player and the blue player.
That's old school. You only have one plane to move in.
So Xander's fingers are hurtling towards the blue button. Is anyone going to try and stop him before he presses it?
Nah, this is pretty much inevitable.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's basically just a clicking sound happens. It just goes click, and that's it.
I try to is the gold lever in a certain position?
The gold lever is in the up position, so it looks like the only way you could do is pull it. I think you could do it is pull it down.
I try to pull it down.
All right, so you pull the lever down. As you do, there's a click and a lot of whirring sound. There's a rattling noise. It appears like something is coming through those old iron pipes above the wall engraving.
Oh, it's a feeding station?
Just as Max says that, a load of green slime starts to pour out of those three pipes in front of you and slop onto the floor and begins to fill up.
I raise the lever back up.
You try and push the lever back up, but it's stuck. It's like jammed in place.
I press the blue button.
Perhaps we should just kind of leave and then be like, "Ah, yeah, that was already the way we found it." It's like when your bathroom floods.
Yeah, blame someone else. I mean, you might be able to try to do some sort of a dexterity check on it with thieves' tools. But if not, sorry, which button did you say you were pressing?
Blue one.
The blue one. Okay, you press the blue button again, and there's a clicking sound, and not a lot happens.
I think we should stop trusting birds and press the red button.
I tap the bird over you.
I mean, worst case scenario, it's a self-destruct and we beat a zero like automatically.
The bird is like the god of wisdom or something like that.
Well, very disgusting. I'm pressing the red button. And then I pull the lever again.
Oh boy!
No!
Okay.
Don't do that. Just use the dials and then the blue button and then the lever.
I already
what
done
happens.
it.
Okay.
As Matt reaches across and quickly punches the red button, there's a sound of tortured metal as a large metal door, slides across the entrance with a clunk. There you go. It basically
From bad to worse.
It basically seals off the exit there, and the slime is beginning to fill up. It's probably going to fill up about an inch every minute.
Told you we should trust the bird. I try to turn the blue dial right, and then move the lever again.
Okay, the lever is stuck in position. It looks like it's sort of it's jammed in place until it's finished doing some sort of cycle. It's like it's doing something. But as I say, you might be able to do some sort of dexterity check with thieves' tools on it. However, you say you're moving the blue button, the blue dial. Sorry.
Yes, I turn it right.
Right.
Alwyn, can't you like jam the lever back into place or something?
I can try a sleight of hand to kind of tinker with a machine like as if it was a trap or something. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Do you have any tools of any kind to help you?
Let me see. I don't think I do. I have a dagger, which is kind of like anything MacGyver ever needed.
Okay, I think we'll do it at a disadvantage. So it's a DC 15 Dex check at disadvantage. You'll be sort of jamming the knife down into that slot there, trying to free the lever.
Can I use an inspiration to get rid of the disadvantage by using my advantage to counter it?
Absolutely, that's a great use of it. So it's a straight roll for you.
All right, here goes. Ooh, that's bad.
Okay, it'll take you a while to sort of complete that task. You'll be fiddling with it for a little bit before you could have another go. Meanwhile, the slime is just coming up your boots, everyone. And as you're doing that, is the blue button being twisted to the right now?
Yes.
In the meantime, I'm searching for hidden walls, windows, some kind of thing that will get us moving away from the room.
Okay. So if you want to make me a perception check, and just as you're doing that perception check, Xanax turning the blue dial to the right. As it does, you hear a more clicking and whirring, and you see that the green light, the crystal on the back wall, the green light now lights up under number 4. So it moves to the right one basically, and that dial snaps back into the centre. Xander, you don't find anything. You're sort of looking around on the walls and can't see anything.
We are now at DEFCON 4.
Well, there's no exit out of the room there anymore.
Need to open the door. Can I try? Is the door like? Can I try to lift it or force it open?
The door is.
You can try and click on the red button again.
Because that went so well last time.
First time it fails, second times it works.
Yeah, it's kind of like plugging in the USB cable, you know? You try it one way, it doesn't work. You try it the other way, it doesn't work. You try it the first way again, and then it works.
Yeah, let's push the red button again.
All right. What could possibly go wrong? You press the red button again, and
Double as much
yeah,
good.
while the iron wall's down, pushing the red button again has no effect, sadly.
Well, the blue button then.
Um,
And should we probably do a dexterity check and see if we can unjam that thing again?
I think so. You've got 6 inches of slime in here at the moment, so it's sort of coming up to your ankles. And yeah, if you make me another roll there, if you wish, please, Alwyn. You're at disadvantage unless you want to spend some of your
That's my
inspiration.
shins.
I'm gonna try it with a disadvantage.
Ooh.
Everyone's like, oh. However, as the slime now begins to sort of slop over into your shoes, and you feel the wetness of it strike your ankles, it's actually recognisable as the slime that Matt found on the corridor when he came in. Is that a bolith slime? So you all, apart from Mac, because he's
He can
already
walk
done
on
it.
the walls.
But then I won't reach the control panel.
Oh no, it's it's if you start your turn into it. So you're all going to start taking psychic damage every round now. So
God damn it, Mac.
okay, so you all start to take a bit of psychic damage. All right, and Alwyn, you're frantically trying to get the thing unlocked. You can see what you need to press to get there. You can see it's possible to do. You're just struggling to actually get the get your dagger to do it. It needs to be a bit sort of bent to do it. You know, it's difficult.
All
Is the
right.
slime coming from all 3 pipes?
It is, yeah.
How wide are they?
They look about I'd say 6 inches wide by the look of it.
I'll throw a fire freezing spell on it.
And I'll just try kind of like shoving my dagger in the little edge and then like bending it so I can get it right up onto that little cog and sort of like dip it down 2 notches. My tongue between my lips.
Okay.
I have a blanket. Can I use it to like plug up one of the pipes?
The it says basically as part of the traps, the pipes can't be stuffed while the slime's pouring out of him. So you'll try and sort of push it up, but just the force of the slime coming out, just and how slippery it is, just makes it impossible for anything to get purchased in there. It just flips it straight out as soon as you press it again. However,
Okay.
Alwyn, you can make me another dex check if you wish, mate.
Xander, do you have thieves' tools?
I do not.
Damn it! All right, I'll use another inspiration and try again.
Good luck.
I have a crowbar, which is a kind of thief tool.
Oh!
This time, Alwyn, you finally get that little cog that you were asking about, and you press it, and there's a clunking sound, and with a loud crack, the lever springs back up into the up position, and the room empties of slime as the iron door lifts back up into the ceiling. You're free
Thank
once
God.
more.
This is a badly designed control room.
But we
Xander
can't
just
get
pushes the red button again.
That depends on what it was
out,
designed.
right? We can't get out, right? Because the
Yeah.
configuration of the cogs changed.
You've so far you've moved the green light to the right one with the blue dial, so it's lit underneath configuration 4 now.
But the
But
cogs itself didn't move yet.
Not yet.
So I guess we probably need to press the blue button for it to turn. So
I pressed the
maybe
blue button.
It's the levers. Not the lever, but the rotating thing is.
I pressed the blue button.
I won't do anything.
He leaps forward, presses the blue button, and there is a big vibrating sound, and you can see the entire level, everything here begins to tremble and shudder, and you see the room behind you starts to move and rotate on big cogs, and it goes around into the position on number 4 there. So it's actually moves to block off the entranceway here.
Oh, it hadn't moved yet.
So I turned the dial, the blue dial, again to number 5, and then I press the blue button.
Okay, you move the dial once more. The dial flicks back into the centre after you've turned it, but the green light moves under configuration at number 5, and punching the blue button again causes everything to vibrate and the rooms to move around, and on configuration 5 the room in front of you opens up again. However, you've got one. Oh, I can show you a picture.
It's pretty simple then. You just move the dials to control the both rooms and then hit the buttons to switch it, right?
And don't touch the gold level.
That means we need someone to stay in the room.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
And there seems to be 3 exits. 4 if
I mean, as
count
we
the
are
one we
right
came in.
now, we don't have any exit from the room, right?
But we
And
should see the water.
5 lets us into the first cog at least.
Yeah, you can get to the first cog, the room I've just shared with you. That's what that first cog looks like to you now. And you can see water actually out the other side. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I'm going to meta a little because Zender is too stupid to figure it out. But if you look at the images, they show where there are rooms. Like you see the star is the control room,
Yeah, those are the
and
rooms.
the two waves is another room, and the faces is where we came from.
So who stays here to turn it?
Nobody has a summon or something we could just leave here?
Do you have Mage Hand?
Actually, yeah, I have my ghost lantern that can act as a mage hand, but can it do so independently?
Didn't
Probably
it
not.
used to come with a little face spirit called Aki, your little lantern? She could move things, right?
Don't know. I think that's a different one. That was like a ghost we let go, I think.
I do not recall.
It's been a while.
It said there's a spirit trapped inside the lantern, and it's only it's only while holding that I can command it to leave the lantern and duplicate mage hand, so I can just leave it here and let it do it.
Ah, too bad.
I can summon some kind of face spirit.
But the risk is if it gets desummoned, we're gonna be stuck with the configuration though.
I
Ah,
can
yeah.
animate. Can I animate the control panel and then control it with the animate object spell?
If you want to link me the animated object, I'm quite enjoying this because I looked at this and I thought I've no idea how you're going to do it. So I'm quite interested in hearing you try and see if you can find things that'll work. Let's have a look. Animate object. Is this the one where you throw things at stuff?
And that's how I use it so far. But I can basically take control of something and give it command as long as it's 500 meters for me.
Then we really have the issue that Mac said, I think, that if it gets unsummoned or we go too far away and we get stuck without being able to return to the control panel.
I think it could work, but you'll only be able to get so far. You'll only be able to get to there. Because it's 100 animate object. You've got 120-foot range on it, I think. Oh,
It says I can control up to 500 feet away from me.
oh, it does actually, doesn't it?
So then you have 1 minute to run through and then reconfigure it back before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the range is the range of casting it initially. Once you've got it cast, you can go 500 feet. Oh, I see.
Yeah, the only downside it's only a minute. So I don't know how long it takes the cogs to turn.
Yeah, you wouldn't be certain of that. How is there any other ideas you have, or is this the best plan?
Um,
And
First of all, wait. Let's let's be clever about this. Mech can go up walls.
Have you seen other int scrolls?
Listen, Mech can go up walls. He technically can see the entire level for us. He can scout ahead to see what's in the rooms.
is the roof open?
The roof is open. Each one of these is like a little domed building outside the cavern, so you don't
Oh,
necessarily have to go through them.
I didn't get that there is no roof.
Oh,
I didn't get it either. I figured he could just go on these
oh,
over
sorry.
here.
Yeah, so you can actually sit on top of the each of the cogs. Let me just check I'm right.
So then
So outside,
I can rotate.
So outside, in the cavern, it's a dark underground lake. Its ceilings festooned with chains and gears, some of which appears to have dwarves dangling from them. A gigantic motionless cog rises from the water with two matching cogs connecting to it. Rusty metal conduits stretch from the cavern walls to the cogs. It doesn't say, but I got the impression that you could.
I'm just saying, this gap here, I mean, even we can just move the cogs, but maybe Mac can squeeze through and go and see what if there's anything in value in the room with the two squiggly lines. If we even need to go in there.
That sounds good.
That's so weird coming from you.
Yeah, this is coming from me, not from Xander. Xander's too stupid for this.
I'm waiting for the hassle.
Xander just wants to punch buttons.
T-
Or
t-
maybe Wand of Wonders the entire place.
Just to be clear, from my point of view, the cogs, the rooms that are on the cogs are 10 foot high, and the ceiling's 20 foot high above that of the cavern. So you can sit actually on top of each of those rooms if you wanted.
Right, Mac, go scout. See what's beyond those two cogs.
We have a climbing kit.
We don't need a climbing kit. We have Mac who can walk on walls.
Yeah.
So
Spider Mac.
where I'm standing now, is there open up to the roof?
Well, it looks like there's a gap. There's a small gap there. It'll be unpleasant and uncomfortable to squeeze through, but it's possible.
Not a problem.
Failing that, you'll know that you could just walk back to where the boats are here.
Yeah, I was more thinking about being able to go back and rotate the cogs and then go up again.
You can't go down. We're in configuration 5. You
Yes.
can go in here and then get out here and start walking on the walls.
And so it does. Let's see what's in the squiggly thingy from the outside.
Okay, so you go and have a look there, and therefore you can see. Sorry, I'm having
In the sake of roleplay, one of you thought of it because Xander just looking at the buttons. And the lever is a new wand.
Well, like I said, in the sake of roleplay, I mean, none of us thought of it because we're all dumb with -1 to intelligence.
There's this mad gleam in his eyes as he beholds the red buttons.
I want to pull the lever out and use it as a new wand. It has a star on it and everything.
Well, it's probably safer than the existing wand.
That star on the end, actually, it does look like it comes off. It looks like you could just pull the star off the end.
Really?
No.
Yeah. It looks like it's kind of been added on at some point.
Just been super glued on. So,
So I'm just saying, Xander played with the wand, tried to pull it off, and the star thing just comes off by mistake.
It's probably an aftermarket add-on.
I'm role playing my character.
We're all gonna die.
So, are you pulling the knob off?
Yes, by mistake, not intentionally.
Okay. You now have a star-like little pommel in your hand. It doesn't. Nothing happens, but it looks quite nice, quite weighty.
I kind of move into the door space and like put my shield against the wall, trying to block the door.
Wait, I want to use sleight of hand to make sure they don't see me breaking it.
Okay. Okay, and then anyone else in that room who's paying attention to him, I've a funny. Well, yeah, make me a perception against him, I guess.
Oh.
Unless you're too busy watching Mac, I guess. But yeah, Xanax, you've no idea what Xan's up to.
Ignorance is bliss.
Neither's Alwyn.
I just superstitiously put it back on and just walk away.
Oh, you're putting it back, are you? Okay.
Try to
I-
put it on your sword as a pommel.
I mean, the symbol of the door of the room on the wall is a star, so maybe it's important.
I don't want you guys to think I broke it, so I just walk away and whistle innocently.
Too innocently. You're never that innocent.
Okay.
Feel free to roll insight.
So I'm making my way over to the wavy chamber and try to push myself into it.
That one there is actually. Okay, as you start to get closer, you see gas is sort of continually coming out of that room. There's like a green substance which is, which is just continually flowing out of it.
The green lines are stink lines!
Okay, so avoid the gas. That's a good idea when we rotate stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm totally going to use flint and steel on the gas that's flying away to see if it's flammable.
So let's make myself over to the windy part, I guess.
Do you see anything else in the room?
You
I'm
can't.
not going close to that thing.
He's not inside the room, he just sees like gas escapes from the entrance.
You can like go from the ceiling. No, there's no roof.
Oh, sorry. There is a roof. What I mean is there's the water. The rooms stick out 10 feet out of the water. Then there's a gap to the ceiling of the cavern ahead, another 10 feet. So there is ceilings on the cogs.
Oh, okay.
But you wander around the cog there, Mac, and you see more water.
Yay, water. Slimy water.
Try to check out the other cog, the third one.
Yeah, and right now I'm heading towards seeing if I can see where the wind
Configuration 5 means the entrance is over here. And there's an entrance to another room on the other side.
So I could check inside the
This
cog.
corridor.
Then I'm gonna move to just check the room.
Okay, brilliant. 1 second. So configuration 5.
Chevron 5 locked.
Yeah, I wonder what this cog is called. First one was acid cog.
This one looks. It's in that kind of position. So yeah, where you are now there, Mac, you can look inside it.
So it's
Oh wait, I just figured it out, you guys. The plants are all dead in the second cog because of the gas.
well, duh.
Maybe.
Inside there, Mac, you see 5 teak wardrobes standing against ironclad walls of this chamber, each with a door bearing a carved image or scene. Puddles of grey slime cover parts of the floor. The room has 2 exits, including adamantine portcullis blocking the passage to the north, which I don't think you can actually see the adamantine portcullis, so ignore that, sorry. Set into the metal plate above the portcullis, so you can't see that either.
Well, I'm making myself over there anyway, so eventually I will see it.
True, yeah, because there is a gap between the it doesn't join perfectly. So yeah, you can see there's a portcullis there, and you've got a row of 5 red crystals shaped like blood drops above it, which look like, well,
Okay, so we probably have 5 cultists or abolets. I don't know what an abolet really is, but either cultists or abolets that makes themselves through these rooms doing some kind of magical transformation thingy and end up on the right and then just exit.
Sailor Moon.
Right.
Were there 5 Sailor? No, Power Rangers. There are 5 Power Rangers. We're fighting Power Rangers.
Aboletic Power Rangers.
So,
Yeah, so what do you do now?
do you have a plan?
Okay. You're in the room.
Yeah, I could go and check what's down the corridor. Without problem.
What's with the wardrobes?
True. We could also check what's in them.
Are you going in the room?
Yes, I think
With
I
all
am.
the deadly traps, maybe you should not.
I got a good dexterity. Could need a rest though. I'm at half hit points. Huh. Didn't notice. Should I take a short rest and heal up first?
Do we need to heal?
Well, yeah. Yes, we do. Sandlax has wounds. I have wounds.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has wounds.
Sure, I don't mind doing a short rest.
Okay, well, I guess the rest of you are kind of short resting anyway. There, as you're waiting for Mac to heroically search this level. I'll trigger a short rest for you then. All right, spend your little dice.
And it was an extra D10, or isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Used all my hit die.
I still got 3 left now.
You
Or-
get a D10 from Xander's thing.
Yep, done them. Alright, so I'm gonna check out the wardrobe. See what's in there.
Right, so
Please don't immediately jump up to 50 damage again.
okay, there's one wardrobe for each of the 5 sides in here, and each wardrobe has a picture on it. There's a scene on each of the wardrobes. There's an Acheron wardrobe.
Asheron?
You didn't see that. There's one with a. It depicts an army of orcs clashing with an army of hobgoblins. Then there's another wardrobe. This one depicts a grinning night hag with a swaddled human infant in her arms. Another wardrobe is carved to depict the face of an ornate clock. Another wardrobe depicts screaming humanoid faces wrapped in chains. And finally, the 5th one, it depicts ghouls gnawing on bones. I'm going to share these with you actually.
Again, no field of daisies.
So that's
I
probably
come
the...
back to screaming human faces and the chat is gone.
Yeah, chat is a pair for me too.
Yeah, messed up.
Well, none of these sound very pleasant.
Probably the roles of each of the cultists. So one is a torture, one is a something else.
So there's an Asheron wardrobe. So you've got one with a scene, an army of orcs and hobgoblins.
The war guy.
There's another one with a grinning night hag.
So the one who birthed things.
There's
Is there a day hag as well as a night hag?
not that I'm aware of, actually. They tend to be fond of nighttime. They do like green and sea and things like that as well, but I don't know about that. Anyway, there's another one that's an ornate clock.
So the one who take care of the time.
There's another one which is twisted, screaming humanoid faces wrapped in chains, which sounds very pleasant.
The slave master.
What
And
are you talking
finally,
about?
the fifth one is ghouls gnawing on bones. So
The ghoul master.
there's five
I mean, the
wardrobes.
clock sounds the least horrible. Maybe open that.
But army of hobgoblins. I'm gonna go with the army dude. And open up his wardrobe.
Okay, you open up the army wardrobe. Okay.
Is there a magical kingdom behind it? With
Funny
a kangaroo person?
It's funny you should say that, because it is almost like the wardrobe leads into another plane of existence, because dust and smoke bellow from the wardrobe and the air around you sounds out with a roar of battle. Beyond the doors, armies fight, and under a blood-red sky that has an iron cube floating in it like a huge distant moon. Clouds of ash suddenly fly out of the wardrobe towards you, and they transform into screaming orcs before your eyes.
Mr. Tumnus!
Is it like a different plane beyond the wardrobe? Or is it like a tiny little wall going on inside there?
It
Oh
looks
fuck.
You
You had to open this one. You couldn't open the clock.
It looks like it
All
basically
of
just.
them will be bad results. This is Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, it basically just opens up into it looks like another plane. You can see out, or you could.
Ask
Just
them
gone
if they speak common.
Stuff
Yeah.
Xanax into the prison dimension.
I'm not there.
roll initiative, please, everybody. And those who aren't there, if you could roll perception checks for me.
I think you should just run away from the opening. I mean, they can't walk
Yeah.
on walls. They can't catch you.
Get the hell away from there.
Yeah, I'm just surrounded by them right now.
Jump on the ceiling.
You're not surrounded on the wardrobe side. You can run on the wardrobe.
Yeah, but I will still get attack opportunity.
Oh,
At least
so
one, at least
what are
three
you gonna do?
attack
Fight them all?
opportunities. Well, true enough. I will have to attack and then run.
You are
And
quite
to
tough.
take 3 of them.
Jump on top of the wardrobe with one mighty leap, then clamber over the walls of the
I'm gonna
cog
do like
and
the Matrix.
retreat to safety.
Do a matrix thing. All right, so nobody's heard it. Actually, perception rolls. You need at least 15 on a perception for the rest of the party to sort of hear the sound of battle across there. Meanwhile, Assault might as well hit Mac.
I'm still whistling innocently about the destruction of the lever.
Just, it is but a flesh wound, Mac. Here we go. So it's a bit confusing, but I think your exit is there, isn't it, Mac, at the moment?
Yeah, and
Yep.
technically Mac is like here, I think.
Oh, I assumed it was. Well,
The the grid doesn't match up on the little image
No, I think it's turned one left. Oh no, sorry, we're in config 5. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
oh.
I just assumed it was the same as rotated. Doesn't really matter, does it?
No. I think it'll be fine. We can just say that there's an exit at the 10 o'clock position for you if you want to get outside. And there's also one that actually leads down to the corridor. You can actually see down there to that corridor from where you are. So that position of the image of shared it, and that's the position it's in for you now.
So there's no way to rotate it so people can go straight into it. No.
The way I see it, somebody has to be left behind any configuration you do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my attacks to attack 3 of these people first to avoid to just disable their attack opportunity.
Cleave!
I wish I could. It was a hit.
Dunk.
You can use an action to disengage.
I don't
Or-
need to. I can
thank you.
take it.
Yeah, you've got some quite funky barbarian abilities, haven't you?
Just throw some cards at them. They'll start playing Hearthstone.
Anyway, and then I jump on the and start walking up the walls. So I'm gonna take 3 attack opportunities from me from Orc 3, 1, and 6. Ow! I'm glad I'm angry at him right now.
Okay, they're sort of hitting you and shouting angrily at you.
I know I'm outside their reach. Whoa!
They would like to see our manager.
Okay, so this the wall that you're on, the room's only 10 foot tall. So yeah, so you'll have to you can go up, run across there. That's fine, and you'll get to there. Where are you going from there? So you'll be sort of in the doorway there now.
Jump into the water. Do a flip.
So I'm just gonna I can just run outside and run around it.
Okay.
And then I'm outside the reach of the counter squares there.
Is that about as far as you can go? You perhaps want to move your full, however far you can move, because they will chase you.
If they're in the water, we're so going to electrocute it.
There's 11 squares.
Cool.
I know they're gonna be stuck there and bored.
He gets to here and lobs a javelin towards you.
Duck.
Okay. Alwyn, do you want to make me a perception check, please?
Nothing would give me more pleasure.
You can hear what sounds like the sound of battle. Orcs, the guttural language of the orc. You can hear shouting out. And,
Rotate it.
I speak orc, actually.
Oh, you hear him there just like, get him, he's run outside, quick, chase after him, get him, throw your javelins at him. They will be shouting. And you'll also, in the amongst this, hear Mac's voice say, rotate it.
Guys, I think Mac's in trouble. I hear a friggin' orc horde.
Ooh, if you manage to rotate it to number 1, they'll die from the gas.
I think we need to rotate this thing. Xander,
To
you're up.
which?
Try to rotate it to 1. That's good one. I like that.
The gas one?
Yes.
And I'll give it a go.
So
the blue one to the left.
Oh. Or right.
No,
What the-
now
5
we're
to the
on
left?
number 5.
Yeah, maybe it spins around from 5 to 1.
So that will be to the right, not to the left.
But okay, you do you.
don't forget the Mac's sitting on these cogs, so it's going to spin him around, because he's sitting on the middle one, so...
Oh,
This is
right,
gonna
we
be fun.
grind him into a pulp.
No, I'm not in between them.
Yeah, he's standing on him, I think he'll be alright, but providing he don't fall off.
It's like a carousel.
You just need some little horses. So,
Ooh, there's an idea.
oh, so Mac, were you doing anything else? You can do something else on your turn if you wish.
Huh?
It's Alwyn's turn.
Sorry, Alwyn. Yeah, you can do something else on your turn if you wish.
Spin it around.
Yeah, I'll use the control panel. I'll spin it. I'll just put it to setting 1 and then push the blue button.
Okay, so you use the blue dial to move the green light to underneath number 1, do you?
Ah, wait, it's so many windows.
No, it's the right one. It's correct. To number 1.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll hit the plonk blue.
Hope it doesn't turn them into abolets.
Okay, so crikey, this gets a bit confusing. It's going to start spinning them round. So they will turn. Try and work out where they'll end up.
This entrance is at the top, and and the other entrance is to the left.
So there's a blood pit. So it'll end up looking like that. And at
Yeah.
the moment, it looks like number 5.
Wait, what position did you change it to?
1.
It's at 5 now, and it's moving to 1. So
If we sort of put them in the 5 positions, can Mac sort of like make a map of their thing if he's on top of them? And we would kind of get an idea of how things would be. I mean, obviously, we don't have to rotate every cog by itself. It's just 5 presets.
yeah.
Why would we need the map?
Know what we're doing?
We already got the map on the presets.
Yeah, and we can't like really go to everyone.
I just really want to know if the gas kills the orcs.
Well, there's oh, I see. And so number 2. Well,
Does
you don't.
Alwyn hear choking sounds?
Um,
And I speak orc, so I just want to hear, oh my god, my face, it's burning off. This gas is so bad.
You don't actually hear any sound from inside, but it's actually sealed off, isn't it? Yeah. But you will hear the the orcs shouting and the like. You don't hear them dying as such, but at the moment there's just Mac outside with one orc.
And everything's gonna rotate, so I'm gonna be one face to the left.
Okay, yeah. If you want to move yourself where you end up.
And the orc's gonna move one face to the right. If I read it right correctly.
Okay. Well, it'll do, I think. So yeah,
Really, the opposite way, but though.
it's fine.
It's fine. All right then.
Okay, so yeah, okay, Alwyn, you do that. You can hear he seems pleased. Who's next? Xanax, what are you up to?
I guess not much.
Oh, is he still? Oh, is he still here? It's quite confusing, this level.
No. Yeah, do you hear me now?
I hear you now.
I tried to shout out to Mac, like, what's going on? What's happening? Can you answer me? Or will you have to like pass the turn or something?
You can hear him. Yeah, answer him. Do you want to talk to each other?
Weird dimension with orcs. Lots of them.
What did you do?
Let them loose. Obviously.
Well, I mean, our room is blocked off right now.
What? Yes.
Do I hear the orcs?
Faintly, very faintly, you'll be able to hear, the shout of, and you'll certainly have heard battle while it was open. And then with the as the things have turned round and locked them in, it'll go a lot fainter, the sound of orcs, but you can hear them out there.
I mean, I'm not sure what to do. Like, do we want to turn it again?
Nah, you could just leave it there and see what happened over time. I mean, the gas
I
could
guess.
be.
I'm gonna pass my turn.
Okay, you all pass your turn, and are you just going to wait essentially?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just keep running my part back to the entrance to the control panel. Because there's still one orc out there.
I wonder if we could all clamber over the walls or like pull a rope.
Okay, so you don't see what happens to that orc, but you manage to get back in over here, Mac. You know there's an orc out there somewhere, but you're not sure where he is. However, you can't get in. You can get into this room from that hole there, but you can't get to the rest of the sashes.
Ah, right. So I just have to keep an eye out for orcs then.
Yeah.
And see what happens to them.
In fact, this room's now completely self-contained. I don't think you can get out anywhere.
I decide that I like the star shape and I take it out of the control panel and put it on my Wand of Wonders.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
If I go over here, do I see anything? Like,
Yeah, it's just the wall, the wall of that room. You can see it's blocked because you're on setting number 1 at the moment.
okay, I mean, the walls are a little back, so do I have like an open access and I see the wall and the water?
You can see the wall. You can probably squeeze Yeah, you can probably squeeze through that gap. It won't be very pleasant to do. It's only a couple of feet wide, but you can probably squeeze in.
I do a song with knocking on the walls to give Mac a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I got it back to configuration.
That's my turn.
Okay. Configuration 3 or 5 would let Mac back in.
Yeah, but we had to. I assume we had to get into the. Get us all into room to
Mac can
fight.
still get back in.
3 would be bad because the orcs will have access to us.
So,
I don't think they all they didn't all go into the middle cog.
They're probably all kind of like under the effect of the gas, and something tells me it can't be good unless it was like gas of orc enlargement.
which would be hilarious. So yeah, they're all, they're stuck in these two far cogs. Yeah.
So do we want to go at the end cog? We'd have to put it in 3 or 5 to get to the portcullis.
I think we'll have to all go to cog number 5, and then Mac will stay in here, and he will make us all go to cog number 5, and then he can just join us from the outside.
That could work.
Yeah.
But if we put it to, if we go to the last cog, rotate them a bit, and then put it in position 3, we would have access to both the portcullis and the southern corridor.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to turn it to position 3 just so we can get out of here and go into the middle cog.
Yeah, we go to the middle cog, then put it in position 1. Go
So
to the final cog, and then put
One
it to
is
3 again.
gas.
We can
One
do
is
position
gas.
5. If we're in the middle cog and we do position 5, then we can get in. Oh no, no, we can't.
No, we go to the middle cog, put it into where the heck did it go? 1,
That's a
and
problem.
Then,
No,
damn it!
one opens the gas for it into the cog.
Yeah, but the gas is already opened. Would it recharge?
I think it said it's continuously spewing out gas.
Okay. Damn it! Nothing is ever easy here.
So you have to hold your breath for 1 round, 6 seconds. Anyone can hold their breath for 6 seconds, right? Hope it's not acid though.
Yeah, the only way to get from the middle to the right cog is position 1.
Yeah.
No, you can go out to the water and swim.
well, and there's boats down there.
But can we climb?
You can, when there's a doorway that's open to the outside, you can just you can get into that. Yeah.
All right, we can try that. We can do.
When we're in position number 5, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll move us all to position number 3. I do the thingy with the console. Then
Let's
we need
first
to
of
go
all
back.
wait. Let's first of all see what happens when we put it in position 3.
Yeah.
How long are you waiting? Because you've got these orcs being gassed at the moment. How long do you want to wait until you do this?
A
A
minute?
minute? Yeah.
I say we take a long rest. Let them really stew in it.
Marinate, if you will.
So do you think that
I guess a minute.
if you think
I
that,
say let's do a short rest, half an hour. That way everybody can heal, and then we'll go and see a bunch of dead orcs. Or high orcs.
It's a bit of an overkill. Let's say 5 minutes. Let's wait 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. You wait 5 minutes, and then so which position are you putting it into?
So we
3.
should start with 3, move to the middle one, turn to 1, then move
No,
to the last
no,
knock,
no.
and then turn to
Stop,
3 again,
No,
right?
no.
stop trying to move it into one and kill us with gas.
We go to the boats. We go to 3 and then go outside to the boats.
Ah,
And then Mac
okay.
puts it into position 5 and we swim there.
Okay, I'll follow you guys. I'm gonna take a quick pee break, and I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. So first up, you put it into position 3.
3.
Yeah.
That,
And we're waiting to see if Mac comes back.
and then you, Max, you'll be speaking to Mac in the other room. You know, he's in the little acid chamber there. So, and then when you put it into 3, you'll actually be able to see Mac, because it's actually in the configuration that the map is in here. I think if I run this again, you know, I'm going to Photoshop the other configurations on here and use 5 different maps, because otherwise it gets dead confusing, doesn't it? But so it's actually in the configuration that this map is on here. So that means you can walk right the way around to the boats if you want.
When it goes to the position, I kind of look through the openings. Do I see the orcs?
You will. You'll see not all of them, but you'll see there are dead orcs in there, and the gas is sort of dissipating. You'll have to leave it for a few minutes for the gas to sort of seep out of there. It'll take a while for it to clear, and you'll be able to see. Yeah, you got them.
All right. So
Mac.
waiting for the gas to clear, start making our way to the boats. And Mac, you stay here. And when we'll let you know when to change it to position 5.
Roger, Roger.
Okay, so you all managed to get round, and you get to the boats there. The 2 boats have both got little name tags on them. One boat is called Predator, and the other boat is called Prey.
Okay.
Do you have a preference to which one you'd like to go in?
Sorry, what did you say? I missed the last part.
One is named Predator, the other is named Prey.
I'm going on Predator.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You can put up to 4 people, so you can all go in one if you want. It's got a couple of oars and a 50-foot long rope in it, and a little wooden bucket.
All right, so we get into the boat and we scream for Mac, turn it to position 5.
Okay, and you're in the boat called Predator, that's right, isn't it? Just checking.
Welcome to another episode of Deliberate Questions.
Okay, and it's got a bullseye lantern that hangs off the bow, and you'll be able to see your way with that.
Maybe they attract
Okay.
predators.
Can we even get to the upper area of the water with the
Yes,
boats?
you can go under the bridges.
Correct.
Here,
Yeah.
and then here, and then
Oh, okay.
presumably here.
Yeah, it's a difficult map to see. Basically, all of these are little conduits tubes coming out, so you can row underneath them.
Okay, so we do that. We go to where the open section is on position 5.
Okay, so you go to position 5. The open section will be there, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a look. All right, and
Are there any more orcs?
There's supposed to be one more if he didn't want. Went in and took a drink.
We can move it to position 1 for a bit so they get all the gas.
Nah.
Well, it looks like you kind of sorted them out, and you'll row around here, and as you can hear the sound of
angry.
you can hear the sound of running water coming from coming from here. Sounds like some sort of waterfall, like falling water. As you swim around.
You guys wanna check that sound out?
Just move
A
Alex to
waterfall while you're in a boat?
What?
Yeah, let's not go to the waterfall while we're sailing.
But I think the water is coming inside, no? So the waterfall, we're like at the bottom of the waterfall? Can I like identify the water flow in the tunnel? Is it like coming in or coming out?
Let's not kill Alwyn when he's AFK.
Okay.
Oh
so
no, I'm back.
See, we can kill him.
I'll put you all together up here, so you're all in the same boat. So you want to basically go and explore, do you, to see what's happening with the waterfall?
Let's explore the.
I do not
Thunder
want to
first.
do that.
Just have a quick look.
There's some debate going on. Who's
No, wait,
rowing?
before that, like I said, can I see like the direction of the water flow?
Oh, on
Is
the
it coming? Is it coming
it's
out
coming
or
in.
coming in?
It's coming in.
So we're at the bottom if there is a waterfall.
Yeah. Correct.
I'm ready to polymorph into a bird and fly away.
Just do a quick look-see.
You have a quick look-see, and it says the walls of this grotto are thick with slime, and the air reeks of decay. Filthy water tumbles down from a hole in the ceiling and then courses along a rough-hewn tunnel towards a murky lake. The din of machinery echoes from that direction. So, yeah, it's basically saying you can hear machinery from the way you came from.
Okay, so nothing here. Okay, so back to planet. Going over here.
Right, you managed to safely row all the way around, and you can get into this final room.
I yell out to Mac, "Caca! Caca!"
That's the signal.
Are we gonna rotate it into another configuration, or just leave it like that and check what's in the south?
We can't maybe move it to configuration 3 because then the room with the portcullis is open as well.
But he won't be able to get into it.
No, after we get into it.
Right. So then we rotate it to number 3.
If you put it to 3,
it's basically just the normal map.
Yeah, and therefore Mac will have to sort of squeeze in, won't he?
Yep.
I guess. Okay. So let's put you, Matt, back over. Okay, back over here. So you managed to finally do that, and with much messing about and stuff, but well done by you lot. You managed to get to this position. I'm going to give you all an inspiration.
Yay!
Honestly, I should have animated one of the dead orcs to operate the control panel for us.
It works.
You just like using dead bodies for things.
Yeah, and I'm not a necromancer because necromancers are evil. And I'm good.
Good is relative.
So let's find out what's to the south then.
Wait, we can
Yeah.
also check the cabinets and we can check the north. There
Yeah,
are stuff we can do.
Let's not open up the other cabinets.
Well, Just above. So if I just give you the description of this again, so you make sure you don't miss anything. Basically, you've got the 5 teak wardrobes and the 2 exits. The adamantine portcullis, it's got 5 red crystals shaped like drops of blood. One of the red crystals is now lit red. Is now lit up.
I'm guessing it's connected to the
Wardrobe.
cabinets we opened.
The Cabinet of War, probably. So we had to go through all of them, and when all of them is done, the challenge is done, and the newly minted Amulet spawn can move on.
Well, shit.
Okay, I want to grab one of the dead orcs and make him open the cabinets in case there are traps.
Could we just
Wait,
check what's
before
in the
that,
south first?
yeah, let's go south first before we start messing with things down here.
Curiosity and all that.
Reluctantly, you head south, sorry. Looking longingly at the dead orcs as you go. And you see another room down here.
Maybe there's a user manual somewhere here.
A walkthrough.
We could have just grabbed one of the undead dwarves and get him from the ceiling and question him.
Another giant skull?
Okay.
This is golden.
Giant of a skull.
So we're just coming up to time already on 5 o'clock. Do you want to continue for a little bit because I was late to make up for that time, or do you want to just stop here as normal? I don't know if you've got things to do and whatnot, and we'll continue next week. I'm happy with whatever you want to do.
Good either way. I'm not in a hurry anywhere.
I'm good either way as well. I don't have any plans.
Okay, so do you want to do like another 20 minutes or something, and we'll have a look at perhaps do this room or whatever.
Sure. Let's do the abomination golden task room.
What could possibly go wrong, indeed? Okay. So in this room, a life-size golden statue of a mastodon stands atop a 1 foot high stone cog in the centre of the room. Jewelled tusks sweep from its jowls, and its trunk is raised in a roar. Inscriptions coil around the statue's body, and murals on the walls show a Chultan warrior riding a living mastodon through a series of hellish landscapes. In each scene, a different breed of devil assails them.
Is this the task? Because it looks like a normal nose.
It looks like it's a big nose, isn't it? Yeah.
I need to.
These places are big on murals.
Yeah.
What does the inscription say?
You can maybe history check if you like.
Well, I might know something. I'm not proficient though.
Can anybody read Old Umoan? Xanax.
No, but I try to break
No.
apart the task so I can put them in my pocket.
The tusks are massive and like gold plated, like really, really big. Are you going to try and break one off?
Oh, gold plated. They're not fully gold. I try to, with my dagger, to chip away the gold.
Okay, you can start doing that, and there's a lot of gold on here because it's so big. You'll get a decent amount of gold from it. You'll start sort of chipping it away.
Will you please stop messing with the death traps?
First goes into every single prison dimension in the map. I keep chipping away at the gold. I want gold foil to cover myself in gold foil.
All right. So the Xanax, though, the history check. You're looking at the murals. You realise this is actually a recounting of an old Chultan legend, a tale, and it is the tale of a Chultan warrior whose name is oh dear, Chugakari. Here he is. and he was a Chiltern warrior who stole his king's prize steed, a mastodon named Gon. So, and this looks like a representation of the mastodon this Chiltern warrior stole from his king. As a punishment, the king's sorcerers banished Chugakari to the Nine Hells.
Let's call him Dave.
Dave,
Call him Carrie.
he got banished to the Nine Hells with Gom the Mastodon, but the both of them fought the way back from the Nine Hells. On his return, Dave chopped off the king's head and turned his skull into a jewelled chalice. And that the mules around just tell of this sort of journey.
All right.
Can anyone?
I keep chipping away at the gold.
Okay, you're getting a good amount of gold there now. Can anyone speak the old Omoan? Because there's an inscription on it as well.
I can't,
No.
sorry.
No, none of us can.
We're all dumb.
Stupid gods in our head can't even speak a moon.
Scratches on the. It looks like this cog rotates because the scratches on the floor. That's quite easy to see.
I think it rotates with the other rooms.
It doesn't look like it's rotated recently though. There's
How
dust there,
many
actually.
murals are there?
How many murals? Lots. It's basically just a big, one big massive mural in a sense, covering all the walls, and it tells us their story about a guy getting banished to hell and coming back.
Okay.
So
Remember that it wasn't a mastodon, right? The one that we rode in the Temple of the Snakes. It was a Triceratops.
Don't remember what you're talking about.
yeah, it was
In the very
Triceratops.
final fight in the Yuan-Ti temple, there was a caged Triceratops.
Yeah, it wasn't a mastodon. Never mind.
Is your
I continue scraping and I get to the head.
Can I try to manually spin the cog?
Absolutely, yeah, okay. So you try and push the cog, and as you're doing that, Xander clambers up onto the head, and just on the top of the mastodon, how you managed to find this, I don't know, but right on the top of his head, there is a little star like indentation, and it seems to match the same like star as what was on the end of the lever that you picked up earlier.
That was random.
God damn it, I figured it out. I reluctantly take the star out of my Wand of Wonders and put it inside the skull.
No, what are you doing?
Okay.
It was such a good accessory.
Xander, you're pushing on the cog and try as you might, your feet are slipping and it just won't budge.
All right.
Sorry, I just need to read this just to check I get it right for you.
Oh yeah, that always ends well.
Okay, so as you put the top of the lever into the slot on its head, a thunderous trumpeting sound erupts from the mastodon's trunk, causing a block of stone to seal off the room. A large block falls. Oh dear, and it falls.
God damn it.
I mean, what are the odds?
Very, very high.
Oh.
This is like the 5th time this happened to us.
We never learn.
The block falls directly on top of Alwyn. Alwyn, you need to make a dexterity 15 saving throw. You really don't want to fail this.
Uncanny dodge. Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you want to do everything like that.
Can I
I'll use my
reaction cast? I don't know if that's something that's allowed, but I have like a cantrip.
I'll
that
use
gives
my my inspiration on this one.
Okay.
15, hey? It's almost like a challenge to these dice.
No, don't say that. No, wait. Maybe I can do something.
Not bad.
I'm giving Xander inspiration because the whole thing with the lever and the head was just hilarious to me anyway. So you can have an inspiration. Meanwhile, Alwyn, you managed to dive out of the way of the block which falls down just on that square that you're on. So you can either jump forward or backwards, up to you.
I'll jump forward with to be with my comrades.
Okay, if you want to
Such
move
a
yourself
bad
forward.
decision.
Very heroic. Okay, and yeah, as I say, the cog under the mastodon's feet begins to revolve, letting the statue turn to face each of the murals in turn. So it's like it's moving around and looking at the murals.
At least it's not squishing me. I keep chipping away at the gold.
All right.
Why would you?
Is there anything the rest of you want to do while this is occurring?
Hope that we don't get attacked by the 9 hells.
I step back and kind of like look around.
Okay, everyone roll initiative for me, please.
Of course.
Maybe just an interactive retelling of the history, I hope.
This turns into an audiobook.
Something like Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park or something.
I'm going to quickly go through the turn then. Alwyn, is there anything you're doing as the mastodon's spinning?
I'll ready an action.
Okay, 2. Is another trigger?
If enemies start popping up or attack us.
Shoot enemies. Sweet. Okay, Mac.
There's really nothing to do here right yet, so I'm just gonna wait it out.
Okay, you could ready to hit baddies if they appear, I guess.
Well, yeah, I could, but
Okay, Xanax.
I will also just ready in action. Take out my striking staff and get ready to hit anything comes near me, including Xander.
Okay.
I keep chipping into gold.
Being at the gold. Okay, and finally, okay, when it gets to 0 here, the initiative, it completes the first rev resolution. Xander's on the back here, chipping away at the gold. Okay, fire, a magical fire, basically engulfs the room, and the cog flares up 6 feet high. Any character who's sitting on top of the mastodon is fine, avoids the damage, but everybody else takes 3d6 fire damage, which is unavoidable because it just fills up the entire cog.
Can't believe you, Xander. How is he always fine?
Sorry. Okay. And after pausing, the head, the mastodon, begins to turn around again.
Oh God! I'm gonna try and disable the mechanism if I can. I'm gonna yell for that crowbar. Xander, throw me that crowbar! Damn you! You insufferable fool!
I smell bacon as I keep chipping.
Oh, that's my hair that's singeing. I won't have eyebrows for the next 300 years thanks to you.
I didn't notice anyone on fire. I'm too busy getting the gold.
I'll yank that crowbar from his hands that he's been using to try and pry loose these tusks and a chip of the gold and jam it in between the mechanism if I can.
Okay, you try and break the mechanism.
Strength, sleight of hand. Just tell me what to roll.
Sure, sorry, one second, I'm just checking. Okay, as you
Did we lose the DM?
sorry, the DM's just I'm just trying to
Thinking how to kill us.
yeah. I'm thinking, just want to make sure. There's some times where I just like to double check I'm getting everything right because I don't want to kill you and then it'd be wrong. Okay, yeah, Alwyn. Basically, it just really doesn't look like there's any way that you can see to physically stop this thing from moving. It appears almost supernaturally by the power of Acererak, relentlessly turning on its cog.
Can I find a way out instead then? Use my strength check to try and pull open the block of stone?
Okay, you move back. The block of stone is likewise impenetrable. It's basically a big solid block of stone. You'll strike it, and your sword will just sort of bounce back off it. You'll know this is
I
going to.
have a plan how to stop it if you wait for my turn.
You have a plan.
You got us into this mess.
And I'll get you out.
You're gonna animate that thing, aren't you?
Yep.
I'll get out of the way.
How is that going to help us?
I'll give it a command to stop spinning.
Okay, so Mac, so do we just want to go through to Xander's go?
So there's gonna be a fire thing, and would it just be easy to just run out of here?
There's a block just preventing your way.
Oh, so we're stuck in here.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just put a square on. There's a big solid block fell from the ceiling there. It's yeah, you're stuck, and this thing's basically rotating.
There's space on top of the on top of the statue, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you can all just stand on the cog and then you won't get fire damage.
And so yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Ta-da! On top of it.
You have a friend now up there, Xander.
I hand him over a small dagger so he can help me chip the gold. Okay, all this spinning around is making me nauseous and interrupting my gold chipping. So I use animate object on the mastodon head and I command him to stop.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. I don't expand the slot. But when you cast it, the spell actually fails because it is not an object. It appears like this is actually a living, breathing mastodon part, which has been encased in gold. It's alive, in effect. It's not an object.
Holy crap!
Undead, you mean?
In fact, you could go so far to say it's Gom. It is the mastodon which Takare rode through the Nine Hells, and it's been magically preserved in stasis, in effect, encased in gold here.
Interesting.
I guess also, Xander, you might figure that out as you're flicking the gold off. You'll actually reach skin underneath, hard, leathery mastodon skin.
Huh. Okay. Okay. I try to polymorph it into a mouse.
All right.
Does it try to resist?
Why?
It's cool, but I'm going to say we'll do that on next go because you've already tried to do something. It'll be your action. So you're going to try and turn it into a mouse next go.
Okay, I tell everybody to stand on the cog so they don't get fire damage.
All right. Is that the end of your go?
Yeah, I just think maybe someone wants Bardic Inspiration. I'll give it to Elwin, just in case.
Thank you.
I also climb up. Now you said the whole thing is like a mastodon heart encased in gold?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just the gold bit. The actual cog itself isn't. That's just a cog. So it's essentially a it's a mix of living thing and gold and metal.
Should we try to fight it? Like stab it?
For it.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my stick.
It's probably just gonna go through with the story and stop, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Kind of like trying to stab it with the end of my staff.
Okay, you'll start whacking it, and it'll make metallic chunking noises as you bludgeon it. It doesn't appear to be doing much in the way of damage to it, and it's not stopping it turning. But you are hitting it.
Wait, I thought it wasn't metal. It was like
It's basically
actually.
it's a living mastodon which is encased in gold. So I guess the bit that Xander's been prizing free, you could stab at that if you wish.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, you'll hit it and you'll see it'll sort of bruise and the skin will break as you're hitting it.
Okay. That's my action, I guess.
As the Mastodon head completes its resolution, this time
Does the resolution every 6 seconds?
it does 10 seconds, 6 seconds. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This time you get the devils emerge from the murals. They start coming out of the painting on the side, and essentially you have.
Ah, there we go with the more interesting part of the story.
Oh, wonderful.
Spined devils appear stepping out of the murals this time. There's no fire. This bit is just those. And I think because we're just pushing on to 20 past now and we've sort of caught up a little bit, and with these devils coming out, we'll leave it there. I will say though, even though Xander's triggered this, something good does happen at the end of it as a result. It's the path to. It's a difficult path, but. You get
Don't
some
encourage him. Don't
I mean,
encourage
dear
him.
God, how much did they think about? I mean, the odds of players doing this nonsense.
Yeah, it's yeah. I was quite amazed she did it. I was like, what? He's going to take the star off the end. I was like, crikey. And the fact that it's hard to notice, you have to climb on it to notice it as well. And you did both those things. It was pretty amazing.
Your greed astonishes us all.
I'm flabbergasted. I think like 90% of players won't find this thing at all.
I think you're right. I think you're going to be one of the few groups that actually finds this special thing. However, thank you very much for playing, everyone. It was perhaps a bit frustrating, trappy today, but never mind. We've got through it, and we're getting very close now to you've nearly done this level. So probably next week you'll be on the final level, which is where the Soulmonger rests, and that's the climax of our campaign.
It was a lot of
Cool.
fun.